Right, so the other day, I'll just let this play through as I talk. This very cop here, you'll get a good look at him shortly. One that assaulted me over supposed a random stop when he followed me from somebody's house, and then tried to say he's got the authority to use whatever force he deems necessary to make me take an oral examination. And I'm telling him not to lay hands on me. Alright, this is where we're at. I'm trying to be peaceful. I'm trying to talk sense to the guy. Look at the size of him. Alright? Apparently this is resisting arrest. No. All I'm trying is to get some sense out of him in the fact that he was overstepping his boundaries of the law. Now, later on, I said, it's funny, isn't it? Isn't it funny? The way you treat people. Bam. Look at that. I'll take that off there so you can get a better view. It's pathetic, it really is. Wait for it. Do they treat the actual criminals like this? Like the ones who've been breaking into the council depot, breaking into my shed and stealing over $4,000 worth of tools that are still walking around the streets after they do deals with them in the courthouse? I reckon they don't do deals. They've offered me deals in the past when I used to be a bad bastard. I wasn't that bad. I've never been a thief. I don't have any victims per se, other than myself. Right? Yeah, I had a tiny amount of controlled substance in my pocket, which he had no idea about, and it didn't even come from where he thinks it came from. It was given to me to do some rubbish runs for an old lady. Right? Now, that's beside the point. Look at him. Look at him, what he's trying to do to my arm there. Push it on my shoulder and twist my arm. I don't want him to put the cuffs on me because it's unlawful for a police officer to make an arrest. He's already told me I'm under arrest. Where's his witness? Where is his witness? Right? Now, he had a sook later on after he realised he probably should stop chirping off at me at the police station when I was getting along fine with all the other police officers. Right? This is him. Name and shame him. He's a disgrace to the service. But it sounds like you're blaming me for not getting your tools back. Mate, I'm blaming you guys for him being there. Bam! Knees me in the stomach. Do you see that? I'm blaming them in the first place for my tools going missing. Because they do deals with all the dodgy little, what we call the crims on the payroll. They get in there and they make statements about people. Right? If you sell drugs to a kid, I'll hand you over on a silver plate. If you deal in stolen products, I've got no respect or time for you. Whatsoever. You're a scumbag, just like these guys. They're all playing their game. I call it the cops and robbers game, which I didn't play at school. Look at the people. This is the second person to turn around and ask me if I'm okay. The local community sees there's something wrong. Secondly, I don't see any lights on his body cam. Let's play that again, shall we? I don't see any lights on his body cam. Let's just have a look. I could be wrong. But I swear the whole time I never saw any lights on his body camera. He may have had it switched on, but I didn't see that it was on. It's just, the whole time it was a setup. He was trying to set me up the whole time. Look, he won't even let me walk to my house. I haven't done anything wrong. Here I'm asking him, was there anything wrong with me driving? No. Did I commit any traffic offences? No. Well, why are you even here, mate? Why did you find it necessary to follow me from one suburb to another suburb, try to claim that I've attempted to evade police, when I haven't at all? By the time you left where you was parked, I was 2 corners away from you, mate. I was 2 corners away from this guy. But yet he knew where to come to find me. So obviously he's been watching people's places. Look, like, I was actually at this place looking at brick pavers. Yeah, where I came from, I'm not going to name his name. He might be a person of interest to police. That's beside the point. What about his neighbours? Do they harass them? Yeah. His neighbours' friends? Yeah. His parents? Yeah. His parents' friends? Yeah. Everyone that goes there, this dude's got a fixation on him. He's got a problem. He's only a boy. He's a big boy, but he's still only a boy mentally and psychologically. Thinks he's got rights he doesn't have. And when it was just before he takes to me, is when he screws his face up at me like he's fucking possessed or something. And all because I said, there's laws in place that prevent you from laying your hands on me if I haven't done anything wrong. And he asked where. I said the Constitution. And he lost his shit. Absolutely lost it. That's my son there. Has mild autism. I'm just trying to talk sense to this guy. He's a goose. Absolute goose. If you weren't doing deals with actual criminals and playing the cops and robbers revolving door game, I'd still have my tools in my shed. My car wouldn't be locked up the way it is. I'd still be able to drive my kids around. I was not under the influence of anything at this time. I refused the lick test because he got straight out of the car and lied to me. Had he told me the truth, it would have been a whole different story. And my car wouldn't be locked up and I'd be driving. Because I hadn't done anything wrong. Minor possession is the only thing. They're blowing it out of proportion. Now this video I'm going to send to senators all over the place. I'm going to send it to the Libertarian Party. I'm going to send it to Lee Hansen, Pauline Hanson, Malcolm Roberts. I'm going to send this all over the place. Why? Because it's the bloody truth. And we don't have enough truth. All we have is their truth, his truth, her truth. What happened to the God's honest truth? What happened to it?